And hello there ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video of Gaming in Linux. This time around I'm going to be showcasing F1 2015, but I'm going to be putting the Linux version versus the Windows version. As you can see, I'm actually showcasing the obviously the graphical differences, where there is none. For some reason on Linux the particles couldn't go any higher than a medium, so I put the Windows version on medium, and as you can see here, I thought I saw there was a bit of a noticeable difference in the loading screens, so I thought we can at least get one thing that is better on Linux. So I'm showcasing that I've started the loading screen already on Windows, whereas I'm still pissing about on the Linux version. Right, so the Windows driver, they were the latest at the time. The Windows driver is 372.70, so the latest Windows driver, Nvidia driver, and the Linux driver was 370.28, and at the time they were the latest drivers as of recording on. But yeah, so for some reason people seem to like these benchmarking videos, despite the fact that Linux doesn't usually come out on top, from my experiences anyway. A couple of times it has done, which was fantastic. Metro Redux, it was really well. But yeah, as you can see there, 37 seconds was the loading time for Linux, which is pretty darn good, I guess. Well, pretty slow actually, but Windows seems to be taking just a little while longer. I've also noticed in the past when I've made these videos, people comment on the visual differences on each side. So there can be a few factors in that. It's the fact that I'm using my DSLR. So I think in this video in particular I use a different setting by accident. So the Windows version seems to look a bit darker. So if you notice any differences like that, then there's literally no point in commenting on it, because you use the exact same graphical settings. So as you can see, Linux is already at a bit of a downer, so nearly 30 FPS difference here. But it's running at above 60 FPS, which I guess with my specifications it is really expected. But yeah, I guess it's not great, the fact that it's 20 FPS difference. But yeah, I realised the other day I actually didn't make a video on this yet. I recorded like a lot of footage for it to be made on release, and I didn't get around to doing it. But now I've got a lot of time to make these sort of videos, so I'm going to try and get back into it a little bit more. If you've got any feedback, then feel free to fire away. Be a horrible bastard if you really want to. But yes, like I said before, people seem to like these benchmarking videos, despite the fact that Linux doesn't usually come out on top. And hopefully, you know, the drive's improving every time. We will get to the point where Linux will be at least on par with the Windows version. But because these are ports, you know, they're not going to be 100% on Linux, to be honest. And yeah, so we're averaging about 30 FPS difference, which isn't amazing. Especially if you have a lower end computer, it might not be running very good for you unless you tone down the graphics a bit. Can the Linux version beat the Windows version? Oh, I don't think it did there actually. I think the Windows version crossed the line a bit quicker there. Okay, so average FPS on Linux was 83 as opposed to 110 on Windows, which is a difference of 27, which isn't amazing. The minimum on Linux being 62, which is good because it's above 60 all the time, but the minimum on Windows being 84, which, like I say, isn't amazing, but it's okay. But yeah, that's about it really, guys, and it's not the result that we want, but like I say, it is a port. Windows seems to still have better drivers at the moment for Nvidia and even AMD, obviously. But yeah, if you want to see more videos like this in the future, just give me some feedback or whatever. I've always been a bit weird about doing these videos. I always preferred Penguin Recordings actually doing these videos, because he made very good videos, but his channel seems to have died down a little bit, so hopefully he comes back in the near future and does this job for me, because I'm not very good at these benchmarks. But yeah, if you got any feedback, feel free to give me feedback, I guess. And if you want to see any other games, then let me know what you want to see compared. This game was quite easy because it had an in-game benchmark, but it wasn't frame by frame, which is a shame. Rhyming. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Rate and subscribe for future Linux content, and peace out. See you later.